Your future spouse confessed their love for you in front of everyone. What happened next will touch your heart. Sparkling heart. My beloved child, before this message reaches its most powerful moment, promise me one thing. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What you are about to hear feels impossible, yet it carries a hope that has been quietly growing behind the scenes. Your future spouse could no longer keep their feelings hidden. In front of family, friends, and everyone who mattered, they gathered the courage to speak from the heart. The room became completely silent as they looked around with trembling confidence and said, "There is only one person I truly want to spend my life with." No one expected those words. Every heartbeat in that room seemed to pause, because everyone knew this was the beginning of a once-in-a-lifetime moment that would change everything. Just when everyone thought the surprise had ended, something even more unbelievable happened. A smile slowly appeared on the face of the oldest person in the room, and tears of happiness began to fill their eyes. Instead of questioning those feelings, they stood up with complete joy and whispered, "True love always finds its way." Those simple words touched every heart present. At that exact moment, your future spouse realized they were no longer carrying this dream alone. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because what happened immediately after those emotional words became the moment that no one in that room would ever forget. Then, as the atmosphere grew even more emotional, someone quietly reached into their pocket and revealed something that made every face turn in shock. It wasn't expensive or flashy, but it carried a meaning so deep that it brought silence once again. Your future spouse looked at it with tears of gratitude, knowing this tiny symbol represented a promise that had been waiting for the perfect time. Something huge is waiting for you. The next few moments would reveal why this unexpected confession was only the beginning of a story far more beautiful than anyone could have imagined. A gentle silence covered every corner of the room, but no one dared to look away. Every eye remained fixed on your future spouse, waiting for the next sentence. Then, with complete honesty, they smiled and said, "I never chose this love because it was easy. I chose it because it feels like home." Those words reached every heart in the room. Some people smiled through happy tears, while others nodded as if they had been waiting years to hear such truth. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the most unforgettable moment had not happened yet. Without warning, a family member slowly walked forward carrying a small handwritten letter that had been protected for a very long time. No one expected it to exist. As the letter was gently opened, everyone became completely silent. The first line made every heartbeat feel louder than before. It spoke about hope, patience, and the belief that true love always arrives at the perfect moment. Your future spouse could no longer hide their emotions. Their eyes filled with joyful tears because every word reminded them of the future they had always dreamed about. The room was no longer watching a confession, they were witnessing a promise. Just when everyone believed the story had reached its peak, another beautiful surprise quietly began to unfold. A warm smile spread across every face as someone softly whispered, "The best chapter hasn't even started yet." Those words changed the entire atmosphere. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what happened in the very next moment would leave everyone speechless and touch hearts in a way no one could ever forget. A quiet breeze seemed to pass through the room as everyone waited for the next surprise. Your future spouse gently held that precious letter close to their heart and whispered, "This isn't just my dream anymore, it's the future I believe in with all my heart." The room became completely still. Even those who had never shown emotion before could not hide the smiles on their faces. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next few seconds would reveal something no one saw coming. Then, someone standing near the back slowly stepped forward with a warm expression and shared a beautiful memory that changed the atmosphere completely. They revealed that your future spouse had been quietly speaking about you with hope and respect for a very long time, long before anyone else knew. Every kind word they had spoken was remembered. Every prayer, every hope, and every dream suddenly felt connected. The room was no longer filled with curiosity, it was filled with joy. At that moment, everyone realized this confession had not begun that day, it had been growing silently for much longer. Just as emotions reached their highest point, one final surprise appeared. A small box was gently placed on the table, wrapped with a simple ribbon and a handwritten note that read, "For the day every heart believes." No one opened it immediately. The mystery itself made everyone hold their breath. Your future spouse smiled with quiet confidence, knowing that what was inside would make this unforgettable day even more meaningful. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what that little box contained would touch every heart in the next chapter. A deep breath echoed through the room as every hand remained still. No one rushed to open the mysterious box because everyone felt that this moment deserved to last a little longer. Your future spouse looked around with grateful eyes and softly said, "Some blessings arrive quietly, but they change your entire life forever." Those words filled the room with peace instead of noise. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the truth inside that little box was far greater than anyone had imagined. At last, the ribbon was untied. Inside rested a simple keepsake with a tiny message engraved on it, "True hearts always find each other at the perfect time." The moment those words were read aloud, joyful tears appeared on more than one face. It was not the object that touched everyone, it was the promise behind it. Every obstacle, every delay, and every unanswered question suddenly felt meaningful. Your future spouse smiled with complete confidence, knowing that every step had led to this unforgettable day. Just when everyone believed the story had finally reached its happiest moment, an unexpected voice gently spoke from the doorway, "There is still one more surprise waiting." Every head turned at once. The room fell silent again, but this silence felt different, it was filled with excitement. Your future spouse's eyes lit up with hope as the next chapter prepared to unfold. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what was about to happen would become the most heartwarming moment of all. The entire room turned toward the doorway, wondering who had spoken those unforgettable words. A gentle smile appeared on every face as an elderly family member slowly walked inside, carrying nothing but kindness in their eyes. They looked at your future spouse and quietly said, the strongest love is the one that inspires everyone around it. At that moment, every heart in the room felt lighter. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next surprise would become the most unforgettable memory of the day. Your future spouse stepped forward with quiet confidence and shared something they had never told anyone before. They admitted that every dream they had written down, every hopeful prayer, and every plan for the future had always included one special person. The room filled with joyful smiles as everyone realized this confession was not made on impulse, it had been carried faithfully in their heart for a long time. The emotion was so real that even silence seemed more powerful than words. Then, just as everyone believed the celebration had reached its highest point, a soft melody began to play from somewhere nearby. No one knew who started it, yet it felt perfectly timed. Your future spouse closed their eyes for a moment and smiled with complete peace, as if they already knew the next chapter of this beautiful journey had finally begun. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what happened after that melody filled the room would leave everyone smiling with tears of happiness. A beautiful calm settled over the room as the gentle melody continued to play. No one spoke. No one wanted to interrupt a moment that already felt unforgettable. Your future spouse opened their eyes with a smile that reflected pure hope and softly said, "Some journeys begin long before two people finally meet." Those words touched every heart present. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what happened next made everyone believe that perfect timing is always worth waiting for. Just then, a photo album was carefully placed on the table. It wasn't filled with grand celebrations or expensive memories. Instead, every page held small moments of kindness, gratitude, and dreams for the future. On the final page was a handwritten sentence that no one expected: "The greatest chapter of my life will begin when our paths finally become one." The room fell silent again. Every smile grew warmer, and every heart felt the beauty of a promise that had been growing quietly for years. Then, just as the album was gently closed, someone pointed toward a nearby window where the evening sky had begun to glow with soft golden light. It felt as though the entire world had paused to witness this extraordinary moment. Your future spouse looked outside with peaceful confidence, knowing that the biggest surprise was still waiting ahead. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next moment would reveal a sign that no one in that room would ever forget. As everyone looked toward the glowing sky, a peaceful silence filled the room once again. Your future spouse gently smiled and whispered, "Some signs cannot be explained, they can only be felt." Those words sent a wave of emotion through every heart. At that exact moment, the golden light shining through the window became brighter, making the entire room feel warm and unforgettable. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what followed made everyone believe they were witnessing a truly once-in-a-lifetime moment. Then, the youngest member of the family quietly walked forward holding a folded piece of paper. With innocent excitement, they said, "I was asked to keep this safe until today." Every eye widened with surprise. As the paper was opened, it revealed a heartfelt message filled with hope, kindness, and unwavering faith in a beautiful future together. Your future spouse could no longer hold back their emotions. Joyful tears filled their eyes as they realized that this special day had been anticipated by more hearts than they had ever imagined. Just when everyone thought there could be no greater surprise, a gentle knock echoed through the room. Every conversation stopped instantly. Every heartbeat seemed to pause. Your future spouse looked toward the door with a smile that carried both excitement and peace, knowing the final pieces of this unforgettable story were beginning to fall into place. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the person standing behind that door was about to make this beautiful day even more touching than anyone could have imagined. The gentle knock echoed once more, and every heart in the room seemed to beat at the same time. No one hurried to open the door. The anticipation itself had become unforgettable. Your future spouse took a slow breath and whispered, "When the right moment arrives, every fear quietly disappears." The room was filled with hope instead of uncertainty. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next few moments would leave everyone with tears of happiness. As the door slowly opened, a warm smile appeared on the face of a beloved elder who had traveled a long way just to witness this special day. They walked inside carrying a small envelope decorated with a single golden ribbon. Without saying much, they handed it to your future spouse and simply said, "This belongs to the future you have been patiently waiting for." Hands trembled with emotion as the envelope was opened. Inside was a heartfelt blessing, filled with words of encouragement, love, and hope for the beautiful journey ahead. Every person in the room smiled, realizing that this was never just a confession, it was the beginning of a lifelong promise. Just when everyone believed every surprise had finally been revealed, your future spouse looked around with shining eyes and quietly said, "There is still one truth that no one has heard yet." Instantly, the room fell silent again. Every face turned toward them, eager to hear those final words. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the truth they were about to reveal would touch every heart in a way no one would ever forget. A calm silence settled over the room as your future spouse held the envelope close to their heart. No one spoke. Every heartbeat seemed to wait for the words that were about to change everything. Then they smiled through joyful tears and quietly said, "The greatest gift I have ever received was never a thing, it was the hope of meeting the person meant for my future." The room filled with emotion, and many could no longer hide their smiles. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the most touching revelation was only beginning. Without another word, your future spouse unfolded one final note hidden inside the envelope. It contained a promise they had written long ago: "When the right day arrives, I will choose love with courage, kindness, and a grateful heart." As those words were read aloud, everyone realized they were witnessing the fulfillment of a promise that had been patiently carried for years. The room erupted with joyful applause, not because of the confession alone, but because every heart could feel that something truly beautiful had reached its perfect moment. Then, just as everyone believed the celebration had reached its final chapter, a gentle voice from the crowd softly asked, would you like to hear the story behind that promise? Instantly, the room became silent once again. Your future spouse looked up with a peaceful smile, ready to reveal the one memory they had never shared with anyone before. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because that hidden story would touch every heart more deeply than anyone could ever imagine. A gentle smile appeared on your future spouse's face as they looked around the room one more time. Every eye remained fixed on them, waiting to hear the story that had been hidden for so long. They softly began, "Years ago, I made a quiet promise to my own heart that I would never stop believing in a love built on kindness, respect, and patience." The room became completely still. Those simple words carried more emotion than anyone expected. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next memory would reveal why this confession became so unforgettable. They reached into their pocket and carefully unfolded a small piece of paper that had faded with time. It wasn't valuable because of its appearance, it was precious because of the dream written on it. The final line read, "One day, when the right person enters my life, I will stand before everyone without fear and speak the truth from my heart." As those words echoed through the room, joyful tears appeared once again. Everyone realized they were witnessing the exact moment that dream had finally become reality. Just when every heart believed the story had reached its perfect ending, your future spouse looked toward the people they loved most and quietly smiled. "There is one final surprise," they whispered. The room fell silent once again. Every face filled with excitement, knowing something extraordinary was still waiting to unfold. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the final chapter would reveal a beautiful ending that no one in that room would ever forget. A joyful silence filled the room as everyone leaned forward, waiting for the final surprise. Your future spouse closed their eyes for a brief moment, took a calm breath, and smiled with complete peace. Then they softly said, "Love becomes unforgettable when it is shared with courage and protected with kindness." Those words settled gently into every heart. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the final revelation was closer than anyone realized. Slowly, they lifted a beautifully wrapped keepsake and placed it in the center of the room. Attached to it was a tiny handwritten card that simply read, "Thank you for believing in a future that was worth waiting for." The moment those words were read aloud, smiles spread across every face. Some quietly wiped away joyful tears, while others held each other's hands in celebration. It was no longer just a confession of love, it had become a powerful reminder that patience, hope, and genuine affection can create moments that stay in the heart forever. Then, just as the room filled with applause and happiness, your future spouse looked toward the window one last time with a peaceful smile. The evening sky glowed brighter than before, as though celebrating alongside everyone present. They whispered, "The greatest chapter is not today's confession, it's everything that comes after it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you." Because the final chapter will reveal the beautiful promise that completes this unforgettable love story. The room grew completely quiet one last time. Every smile, every joyful tear, and every heartbeat seemed to point toward a single unforgettable moment. Your future spouse gently looked around and said, "Today was never about proving love, it was about celebrating it with everyone who believed in us." Those words wrapped every heart in warmth. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the final promise was about to be spoken. With calm confidence, they reached for the keepsake once again and held it close to their heart. Then they made a promise that everyone would remember forever. No matter what tomorrow brings, I will always choose kindness, patience, and a love that grows stronger with every new day. The room erupted with joyful smiles. It wasn't a loud celebration, it was something even more beautiful. It was the quiet happiness that comes when people witness a dream becoming real. In that moment, everyone understood that the confession had changed more than one life, it had inspired every person listening. As the evening came to a peaceful close, the lights seemed to shine a little brighter, and hope filled every corner of the room. Your future spouse smiled with complete gratitude, knowing this beautiful story was only the beginning of a lifetime of unforgettable memories. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because the next chapter isn't about a confession anymore, it's about a future filled with love, joy, and moments that will continue to touch hearts forever. The celebration slowly came to an end, but no one wanted to leave. Every heart carried the feeling that they had witnessed something truly unforgettable. Your future spouse looked at everyone with grateful eye.